Hello everyone, it's Lucian. How's it going? There are still this many days before the Beijing Winter Olympics. So online, loads of people are talking about a big problem. Will spectators be allowed to watch the Beijing Winter Olympics? Will the Beijing Winter Olympics be a turning point for how China handles the pandemic? Some people even predict that the Beijing Winter Olympics February 2022 will be the time that China reopens its doors. We can also see that before the Olympics, Beijing is really going all out with their preparations. Most importantly is making sure that everyone gets vaccinated. On September 28th, the China Health Commission announced that over 1 billion people, had completed 2 doses of the vaccine. But I've just seen this message which announced on the 30th of September that they won't allow foreign spectators in. As of now, Beijing is completely COVID-free, which is in stark contrast to last year's Summer Olympic Games in the capital of Japan, Tokyo. Taking into account that China has a population 13 times larger than Japan, the fact that we have 0 daily infections here really is very impressive. Nevertheless, the Beijing Winter Olympics still implements the policy of 非必要不来华, which basically means only the most essential travel is allowed to the country. So what does that mean for foreign spectators then? Well, they just can't come to the country and watch. So let's analyze why China, which has had such effective measures against the pandemic, decided not to open the games to foreign audiences. In 2020, the Tokyo Olympics was almost cancelled because of COVID, but they postponed it to July this year. However, it was still greatly affected by the pandemic and was the first Olympic Games to be held without an audience. Unfortunately, the Japanese government lost $10 billion during the Olympic Games. One of the key factors is that Japan recorded a peak of 25,000 new cases in a single day. At the same time, the number of severe cases was surging, and Japan's medical system was facing an unprecedented amount of pressure. All in all, the Tokyo Olympics resulted in 327 people related to the Olympics being infected. Based on the current situation in Beijing, I'm confident that Beijing can learn from and avoid the mistakes made in the Tokyo Summer Olympics this year. It works with these 3 steps. Number 1, daily nucleic acid test. Those who have completed the vaccination process before entering China will enter directly into the closed-loop management system. Those who haven't been vaccinated or haven't finished the vaccination process will be put under 21 days of quarantine and observation, after which they can be put into the closed-loop management system. All foreign and domestic will have to conduct daily nucleic acid testing. Number 2, no tickets will be sold to people outside of China. Number 3, the special traffic system. The Beijing Olympics will implement a strict closed-loop management system. The implementation of the closed-loop management system starts on the 23rd of January and goes all the way to the end of the Winter Paralympic Games. The closed-loop management system covers all aspects and all venues of the Winter Olympics. That includes arrival, departure, accommodation, catering, opening ceremonies, the games themselves, everything. In the closed loop, participants will only be allowed to engage in activities related to their training, their competition, and their work. Additionally, they'll only be allowed to use special transport designated for this closed loop system. Except for the athletes and some staff who will be staying in the Winter Olympic Village, all other personnel will have to be staying at hotels that comply strictly with the pandemic prevention measures. In other words, the Winter Olympics participants will be separated and in parallel to the community at large. So it looks like China's taking this pretty seriously. So many of China's large-scale projects like the Olympics are to enhance China's standing on the international field. But with this Olympics specifically, it's to enhance and promote the development of China's sports culture. So that then is the significance of Beijing's Winter Olympic Games. Can Beijing once again host an international event at the magnitude of the Beijing Olympics 2008 in the time of COVID? We'll see. I'm Lucian and we're on the road to the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics. See you next episode. I hope you really liked this episode. If you did, please don't forget to give us a like, a share, a comment, and I'll see you next time. See you later.